The Russian sanctions have highlighted the links between sanctions programs and the wider financial crime compliance program at many institutions. What are some of the implications for the Russian sanctions on other areas such as KYC, transaction monitoring, and the wider financial crime compliance framework?
So I think the key thing here is really having a proactive approach to overall financial crime. FIs should review components of their sanctions and compliance programs, and more specifically, one, ensure that they have an up-to-date and robust framework. And then two, in terms of risk assessments, they should make sure that the risk assessments are being reviewed in light of the current environment. And if open issues have been identified, you should make sure that there are, interim plans in place to mitigate some of those risks. We also want to make sure that the overall program, as well as key stakeholders, are on the same page and also up to date on sanctions risks and those impacts. So again, having a proactive approach to identifying some of those changes to sanctions and then assessing that impact and disseminating the changes is quite key. And this may include holding daily or potentially interdaily meetings within a task force or potentially a crisis management committee, which I know we saw many times in the early days of the crisis. The cadence and frequency is really up to each financial institution in terms of what makes sense to them and then, what's going on in the current environment.